We are back. Thanks for waiting. Just wanted to refresh the stream there real quick, and then hopefully the game will run a bit smoother. So thanks for sticking around if you stuck around. I'm just gonna eat a banana while the game loads. Is that allowed on Twitch? Eat a banana on stream? I hope. Okay. Game's open. Great. Feeling a lot smoother already. NPCs with gold nameplates were designed by our backers. Interacting with them will allow you to experience each other's unique history. That's cool. Yeah, I think this game was crowdfunded on Kickstarter. That's really neat. Yeah, it's feeling way better already. All right, we're back.
Yeah.
Back at it. I think we just need to talk to Alfra.
Well met, friend.
There we go. So we've already gone through this text, so I'm just going to quickly skip through it instead of reading it again. I just arrived in Gilded Vale. Caravan was killed. Yeah, I'm sorry about Kalisha. She mentioned you're in trouble. And yes, I'll find the midwife for you. Great. Oh yeah, the game feels 100% better already. I think I just needed a quick reboot of the computer to refresh the RAM, so we are back in action. Thanks for sticking around if you stuck around. Much appreciated. Fix those load times. Perfect, now it's playable. Alright, let's head up to, or head down here to the inn. The Blackhound Inn. The windows are clouded with the haze of accumulated smoke and cooking grease. This game is giving me a lot of ideas for my D&D campaign. The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. Pasca. Some kind of brown slop is congealing in the dishes. It smells burnt.
Hail, traveler.
Hello, and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you. Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Tenfrith was a dwarf we saved earlier. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. She laughs. So what would you like? I'm looking for work. Let's see if she has any quests for us. I could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? Whoa! Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. The party gained 1,192 experience. Let me see what I have to work with. A level 1 adventurer. Okay, I don't think I need to hire an adventurer just yet. I'm not really sure how this works, to be honest. But, yeah. Level up, alright. Just by asking. So, late for dinner. The Blackhound Inn in the Gilded Vale has lost its beloved cook. Pasca, the innkeeper at the Blackhound Inn, was very grateful for my help in getting Tenfrith back safely. She's promised me a discount on both food and lodging in return for my assistance. Cool. Alright, well, let's level up our guys. Nice. Yeah, let's put athletics up to 5. And 1 more point in survival. Let's stack those for a bit. So athletics, yeah. Okay. Nice. And we get one more. We get a class unlock. Okay. So defender, the fighter adopts a more conservative combat strategy, concentrating on locking down enemies that stray too close. The fighter increases his or her number of engagement targets to 3, but at the expense of deflection. Deflection is a defense used to resist direct melee and ranged attacks against the character that are not area of effect. It is defined by the character's class level and resolve, but may also be influenced by shields, certain weapons, talents, and other effects. Okay, I feel like we're not really a defender. We're going to be kind of this like two-handed weapon fighting, more tactical. Confident aim steadies the fighter's arm, causing a percentage of their grazes to be converted to hits and increasing the minimum damage for melee weapons. It's passive. So plus 20% of grazes converted to hits, plus 20% minimum damage. That sounds good. Discipline barrage. The fighter intensely focuses on his or her training, significantly raising accuracy for a short amount of time. Once per encounter, plus 20 accuracy. I feel like a more passive skill is going to be better for us. Just so we don't have to, like, every battle click on all of our once per encounter moves, but we'll see. Guardian stance. The fighter devotes all his or her energy to defending allies, lowers accuracy but increases the deflection of nearby enemies. So it gives you a friendly aura plus 10 deflection. That's kind of cool. Well, let's go with confident aim and raise the minimum damage and convert some of our grazes to hit. I think that'll be a good kind of overall or overarching talent to have. Cool. Wow, 102 HP as well. So Aloth, let's see what he's up to. So his lore is very high, so I think we'll keep stacking that. Cost 4. And then detecting traps. Difficulty. Yeah, I feel like we'll leave the mechanics and stealth to like a more rogue kind of character. We'll just stack lore for Aloth. And then he gets spells. Oh wow. Okay, so I have to choose 2 spells. Let's just read up on spells here real quick. This is a new mechanic for me, so just want to make sure I'm making a good choice. Wizards have access to a variety of offensive and personal defensive spells. Unlike priests and druids, wizards learn individual spells that they store in and cast directly from their grimoires. Grimoires can only hold 4 spells of each spell level, which motivates wizards to keep multiple grimoires for different needs. Every 2 levels, wizards gain access to additional set of spells. However, they can automatically learn 1 spell of any level they can access each time they advance. I see. So every 2 levels, they gain access to additional set of spells. I see. So 3rd level, they gain additional access to level 2 spells. Wizards also have the option of learning spells from grimoires they find or buy. Initially, their spells can be cast a limited number of times per rest. As wizards gain power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per encounter use. Right, so that's like the D&D mechanic of spell slots and then cantrips and rituals. So let's check out, let's give him some level 2 spells here. I think this will be cool. Bewildering Spectacle creates a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction, confusing enemies in an area of effect. So it's a faux AoE, confused for 6.5 seconds. That's cool. Binding Web is an AoE stuck for 3.9 seconds. That could be useful. Bulwark against the elements creates a mystical shield. Oh, I see, I'm selecting them here. Creates a mystical shield from the casters, suffusing them with bonuses to burn, freeze, corrode, and shock damage reductions. So this is like a magical shield, elemental shield. Combusting Wounds. It's an AoE. Wounds in the area of effect ignite, inflicting additional burn damage over time each time they are wounded. So it's 5 burn damage over time when dealt damage for 26 seconds. Consulhaut's Corrosive Siphon. Eats away at the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting that essence into endurance for the caster. Curse of Blackened Sight. Shrouds the target's vision in total darkness, blinding them. I like that. It's an AoE as well. Faux AoE. I like that for helping our... Like we have a melee main character, so it can really help. Fetid Caress. The target becomes paralyzed, afflicted with boiling pustules of foul-smelling liquid that erupt from their skin, sickening those nearby. It's an area of effect. Target paralyzed for 10 seconds. Sickened for 7.6 seconds. Whoa. Infused with Vital Essence. Infuses the caster with vitality, giving them a temporary increase to maximum endurance and health. So it's caster only. Merciless Gaze. The caster becomes able to see an enemy's weakness and vulnerabilities as though they were physically tangible, increasing the chance of landing a critical hit. Miasma of Dull-Mindedness. A cloud of heavy fog settles in the minds of those in the area of effect, dulling senses and wits. Inflicts penalties to perception, intellect, and resolve. Mirrored Image. Creates duplicates of the caster to distract enemies, granting a high deflection bonus, which is reduced with each hit taken. Necrotic Lance. Creates a lance of pure necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. That's kind of cool. Ray of Fire. Creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. That's cool. So it hits a target, but then also there's a beam. Anyone hit in the beam. Rolling Flame. Creates a rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in its path. Cool. A rebounding ball of fire. I wonder how that works. If you can kind of like bank it around corners or... So what does Aloth have already? Let's see here. Oh, who is that? Obi-Wan. Thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the stream and hope you're enjoying. All right, so I'm gonna have a quick look at Aloth's cancel level up. Previous. Yeah, I'll cancel for now. I just want to see what spells he has. Yes. Before we continue. So he's already got these kind of like stunning spells, basic magic missiles, Fan of Flames. So these are just kind of like elementary spells. Yeah, thumbs up, Obi-Wan. And so let's go back into lore. I think I want to give this guy more like crowd control type spells so that our fighter can you know, take some finishing blows and deal a lot of the damage. So I don't know. I like Binding Web, but it just doesn't feel like it lasts long enough. You know, 3.9 seconds. I feel like there's other spells that will kind of work better. I like the one that blinds them, or Curse of Blackened Sight. 26 seconds blinded. I feel like that would be really useful. So let's take that one. And then maybe one damage dealing spell. No, you know what? Let's do another crowd controlling spell. Bewildering Spectacle. Fetid Caress. Paralyze. And Sickened. Yeah, let's try those two. I like that. Kind of gives him like a more dark, you know, necrotic almost theme. Cool. So we have 4 level 1 slots and 2 level 2 slots.
Yeah.
For spells.
Yeah.
Hello.
Alright. Let's see if we can sell some of our stuff from our stash. I feel like it's getting quite full. Go to the stash here. Yeah. I don't need really any of this stuff. So much garbage. Okay, so these are just good to have, I guess. Food, mead, rice. You don't get anything for them anyway. Scroll of Tanglefoot. I can give that to Iloth now, so I'll keep that. Obi-Wan says 15-minute break from PoE2, looking for new chill streamers, and seems I've just found one. Sipping wine. Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely be playing PoE2 after this. I've just been watching Ko play PoE2 and really enjoyed that. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna go and play PoE1, and just thought it'd be a great game to stream. So glad you stopped by. Just chilling with some wine. Sounds good to me. Daily affirmations. Yeah, we don't need that. Hammer and chisel will keep. Torch. We'll keep a torch. Wolf hide. I'm not sure about the crafting system yet. I'm just going to keep the crafting system. Tattoo journal we don't need. Lockpicks will keep. Only need 1 torch. And then all of this stuff too, I'm assuming we'll use for crafting, so I'll hang on to that. Rooms, adventurers. Beer. What is this? Retrain character. Oh, okay. So I can spend 375 copper and redo my stats. That's good to know. Party management. So you can have lots of companions. Okay, cool. Swap them in and out. Okay, so for now, yep, keep all the ingredients. Only sell weapons, armor, books. The rest always needed. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, this is my first time in the inn here, so. Well, let's get rid of those. And you don't really have anything else. Oh, this is all the stuff I just sold here. Yeah, okay. Cool. Moving on. So this barrel is not stealing, so I'm going to walk up to this barrel. And take some stuff. I'm going to do a quick save. Inns allow characters to rest without using campfire supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. The bonuses they provide last for a long time and affect the entire party. Cool. Alright, let's talk to the server. I just carry the dishes. You want to talk to Pasca at the counter. Yeah, I did already. Alright, let's talk to these guys. They have unique names.
Good day to you.
Oh, this is Swainer. So this is the guy that was harassing the farmer at the grain silo. Don't know who you are and don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. It's racist. Aloth narrows his eyes. Careful. Looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. He wrinkles his nose. Smells like it too. Trumbell says you've been threatening his family. Let's just ask him a question first. I saw you outside the mill. Give him a chance. What was that about? Well, someone fancies themselves a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbell thinking he's king of the town on account of he's got the mill to his name. The dwarf's jowls quiver with rage. It's about him barely giving us anything for the wheat we bring him, and then cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. Trumbell says you've been threatening his family. Maybe I could go talk to him for you. What are you doing in here then? What if I buy you all around? Will you talk to me then? Let's butter him up a little bit. We'll start by buying them around. Swainer considers it briefly. He looks to the others. Fair enough. You bring us something to wet our throats. We might be I'll feel up to trading words. It's an awkward sentence. So how do I give him? I think I have a beer. Yeah, I have beer in my inventory. So I need 3 beers?
Yeah.
Let's walk over and buy a couple more beers. Well, you're doing this right.
Greetings.
Because the import save file from PoE 1 and PoE 2 is so well done and brings so much personal details to your story. Enjoy. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Obi-Wan. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm not even really aware of how that works, like bringing the save file over, but I'm glad to hear that I'm able to kind of bring something with me. I don't lose everything after I switch games. So let's buy a beer or a couple beers. Can I see what you have for sale? Beer. How many beer? I want 2 more beers for 10 copper. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy your playthrough of PoE 2 as well. Are you streaming it, Obi-Wan? If you're still here. Save all choices of factions, sides taken, and especially companions' quest outputs.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's neat. I like how they've done that. Alright, 3 beers.
Good day, stranger.
I've brought drinks. Hey, so you have. By the flame. I never thought I'd be so happy for a mug of the Blackhound's shit beer. You have lost an item 3 times beer. Gods, that's good. Alright then, you've got my attention. What is it you've got to say that's worth a round of drinks? Look, there's no sense in threatening the miller. You have him up against a wall. Maybe you could ask some of the other villagers for help. Maybe you could tell me more about what's going on. Attack. You're a drunken menace. Yeah. Buy him a beer, then attack. Now let's try and reason with them. Maybe you could ask for some other villagers for help. Swainer eyes you for a few long moments, drinking deep from his mug. Then he sighs. You're right. Things go on like they are. We're just going to end up hanging from that tree out there. He looks to his comrades. Tell Trumbull we'll leave him be. Nice. Don't know what we'll do now, with the crops failing. Haven't got another trade to speak of. Think Pasca needs a hand around the inn?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that worked out well. So we didn't have to,
Steady does it.
didn't have to kill him. Let's go loot the table. Scroll of Fan of Flames. Development of a Crucible Knight, Part 2, Senior Ranks. Alright, so we'll give this... take that. Okay, let's check out what that book is. Development of the Crucible Knight. Alright, it's a little bit long to read right now, so... Interesting. Okay, well, I'll sell that anyway. And that scroll, where did that scroll go? Assuming I need to have that on me. Scroll of Fan of Flames. So let's give that to Aloth. And then we've also got the Tanglefoot. I'll give that to Aloth as well. So let's see what these do. Scroll of Fan of Flames. Okay, so he has one of these. This is a level 1 spell that he knows already, right? Creates a cone of fire, yeah. And Tanglefoot. Rapidly grows a patch of twisted vines that surround it and entangle anyone unlucky enough to get caught. Characters who set foot inside the area of effect become hobbled. What are you? Watcher? Class? I am just a fighter. Straight up. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's like a description here. More detail on my character. Oh, Stronghold. That's cool. Can't wait to get that. Yeah, I just decided to do, being a little bit unfamiliar with the mechanics of the game, I just decided to play like a straight up fighter class as my main character. Fighter is fine, don't need more description things. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's talk to these guys. As you're near, you fear their soul. Reach out. You see a woman emptying her satchel onto her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack one item after the other, careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears eke from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can in the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to anyone who will listen, anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction and use of a bow. He holds it up, pointing out each part as he speaks about it and what it does. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are, and takes his place about 200 feet away. He carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he is doing as he does, and lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. He smiles, walking towards the boys, talking about proper stance and how to most effectively hold a bow. A noise comes from the tree line near their practice venue, and he stops scanning the woods. Blue eyes squinting against the sun, a shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up the shot, carefully tracking the motion of the hidden creature. Loosing the arrow, he wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boys spin, watching the arrow fly into the forest, immediately lost among the trees. There is sudden explosive movement in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across the edge of the clearing. The boy laughs, turning to joke with the man about his lousy shot. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with a nocked arrow. They drop to the ground as he looses his last arrow, which flies true and strikes the deer right behind its shoulder, piercing heart and lungs and dropping it dead almost immediately. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds and then slowly turn to look at the man, newfound respect in their eyes. He smiles again and breathes a quiet sigh of relief. Alright, let's head upstairs, see what's going on up here. Carouser. Roaches scatter and flee into the crates. That's gross. Enemy guest. Please leave me be. I am full of sickness with what I have seen of this place and its people. Okay. No need to be rude. I am going to take your book. And let's see if I can
I'll get it open.
Locked.
I've got it.
How may I help? I'll see what I can do.
Okay. We do have a lockpick. Quick items? No. How do I use the lockpick? Maybe I can't. Is that a skill I need to have? If a lock is slightly outside the range of a picker's expertise, some lockpicks may be sacrificed in the process. Okay, so I need to have expertise in lockpicking.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll run into a rogue
Right.
at some point in the near future. Let me see if I can just right click on that and do something with it. Can I put this on my belt? Quick items? No. Okay. Can you use it? No. Go. Alright, let's keep going. Talk to these guys. As you near, reach out for their soul. You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall with a nauseating crunch. He doesn't get up. His attacker, a burly, clean-cut warrior with a carnivorous grin, turns and shoves his fist into the stomach of another assailant, removing another from the impromptu brawl. The bar is a whirlwind of elbows, knees, fists, and feet, with no end in sight, and he is in his element. In the corner, three smaller men speak quietly, throwing malicious glances at the target man in the center. He breaks a chair over a tattooed head, cackling. The trio position themselves in three parts of the room, and with a terse nod they charge. Unfortunately for them, the man sees them coming. Something in his eyes burns brightly, and all three slump to the ground in an agony that's all in their minds. The burly man bows to a room of the unconscious and incapacitated before sauntering out, off-key whistle trailing behind him. It's badass. So these guys are telling war stories. You see an emaciated boy in chains, black holes for eyes, staring slightlessly at the wall. A man in a dark coat walks in, a scroll and an oddly shaped quill in his hand. The boy glances at him, expressionless, a corpse waiting for animation. The man clucks at him, disapproval clear in his tone. The boy stands, limbs hanging. The man takes the quill and begins to write on the boy's chest, copying sharp, angular symbols from the scroll. The child does not flinch as the quill digs into his skin, drawing blood as it goes. The wizard finishes with a flourish and barks some arcane command, setting the symbols to glow dully. The boy cries out, knees hitting the stone hard, his chest burning black and red. Finally, the glow disappears, leaving only hard, black scars etched into his skin. He slumps sideways, twitching, eyes facing the back of his skull. The wizard grunts, kicking him on the leg on his way out. The boy lies on the floor until dawn, eyes still black like holes, the twitches growing into convulsive shakes. Jeez. You see a long empty road cutting through two large crop fields. The air is silent and the land seems too still for early afternoon. I wonder how many people have these kinds of memories I can read. This woman walks slowly on the road, leading a horse, curiously looking around. She seems to sense something wrong, but is unable to discern what it is. She stops, sniffing the air, her nose high, her brow crinkles, and she casts about, looking for something. The air is clear, no clouds. She sniffs again. She looks around, confusion clouding her face, mouthing a single word. Fire. She looks out across the fields, her confusion turning to fear. She holds her hand up to block the sun from her eyes and scans the fields again. Not finding what she was looking for, she jumps onto her horse's back, and fear quickly becoming panic. She kicks, sending the horse shooting down the path, which bends around some trees to where the farmhouse should be. She pulls up short, horror now in residence on her face, as she stares at the burned and charred mess that used to be her family's home. Tears well in her eyes as she kicks again, racing to the rubble.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we can unlock this with mechanics.
I've got it.
Lockpick. Lockpicks require 3 per party. Lockpicks. Obi-Wan says, so many of those. I stopped reading after the 10th one, unfortunately. Could spend a lifetime reading those. 99% sure there's no quest relation, just pure lore. Okay. So maybe we'll just kind of pick and choose at random here or there. Because, yeah, I think it's just going to be a lot to read them all. It's even felt like a lot so far. 3 in the party. Lockpick 6. Do you want to pick the lock? Yeah, I do.
Finished.
Finished. What do we get? A rapier, padded armor, and a duelist hat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing new. Nothing special. Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows Eothas and Lord Redrick in a compromising position. Nice. The Direward Part 1, Early Colonial History. Nice, and 3 lockpicks. Perfect. Alright, just gonna do a quick save here. We'll continue on. These bones are covered in tiny bite marks. What's up, my doggy? The sound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Pet the dog? Yeah. The dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. Okay. Can
I shall be discreet.
see anything in the window here? No? Okay. So I'm assuming that goes outside. Don't need to go there. Okay. So I think that's all we can do right now in the town. I feel like we just need to get a room here and kind of refresh ourselves for the morning. Actually, no, let's go talk to we haven't talked to the dwarf in the back here. Tenfrith. What's up, my man? Ah, it's you, my savior. He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you'll eat nothing else. The party has gained a recipe, savory pie. Awesome. Oh boy, cooking. I'm a bit of a... I don't know, I like to do these little kind of side quests or cooking quests and skill ups and stuff, so this could be dangerous. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to steal your wine. Might not like that. Spoons hang by the fire, coated in brownish gunk. Cool. So we got the savory pie. Let's get a room.
Good day, stranger.
I'd like a room, please. The common room. 0 copper. Well, lasts for 2 rests, plus 1 perception, 1 mechanics. Laborers or Direwood's pride. I mean, we only have 1,250 copper. I feel like at this point, like 83 copper is like a hefty chunk. I'm sure it's not much in the long game, but let's just stay in the common room. I don't need any special buffs for tomorrow. Here we go. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side as you look at her. She looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gusp of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the tree. Just do a quick save there. And we'll see if we can find the animancer. I think they do a good job of balancing the darkness in this game.
Yeah.
It's dark, but it's not so dark that you're turned off by it. At least I'm not, anyway. Yet. Let's see how it goes. Oh, she's glowing. Let's talk. Caldara de Baranzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
She is terrifying. Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks. Oof.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I survived to Biowac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Remergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
I know what happened to her. Let's ask who she is. Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What is an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I had other questions.
Of course, dear.
Nope, apparently don't. Goodbye.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldera closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Footman was granted Crucible of the Soul. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Party gain 934 experience. Total quest experience 1400. Well, Might as well tell him I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect this has something to do with the hooded figures in the ruins, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, he coughs, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue on. Cool. I like that you get XP just from dialogue interactions like that. Okay, well, I feel like this
17 and a half.
Oh. Matt Mercer, you look like you're trying to talk to me here. The smell of pipe smoke at once earthy and sweet winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with a straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. No, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta. The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Eloth frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Do you know what a watcher is? I'm just gonna tell him I've been out of sorts. Of course, we all got our bad days when we stand perfectly still and stare at corpses for a while without blinking. He winks.
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're gonna be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas. Overthrows Red Saris, marches on Direwood. So we gave him a Direwood and hello. What's a Direwood and hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it is a smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption, formerly anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I have other questions. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved? Raedric sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority. Someone in town was working with Kolsk, plotting Raedric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says, it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Raedric, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back.
I will be right back in just 1 second. Just a quick bio. 30 seconds. Be right back. And we're back.
After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the Legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Iloth glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Kolsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? He gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwen's legacy started with Waidwen. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Some place called Cadnua. Cadnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. As long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Let's get going. Cool. So,
Hey.
what do we have here? Okay, so he's like a tanky character. Defender, modal. He adopts a more conservative combat strategy, concentrating on locking down enemies that stray too close. The fighter increases his or her number of engagement targets to 3, but at the expense of deflection. So, another fighter. But he's sword and board. We're more of a two-hander.
Yeah.
Well, can't hurt to have him tag along, I guess. So let's just quickly look at the journal. Make sure there's nothing else we need to do before we head out. Actually, I want to see. Let me see his stats real quick. See if he's good at. picking locks. What are his mechanics? 0. Great. Okay. What level is he? 3rd level. Cool. So we'll keep going here. Let's just head down. We haven't explored this area yet, actually. I feel like we should check this out before we leave. Oh boy.
I haven't been in here for...
Hortan. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care, if you mean to go in. He casts a quick look towards the doorway to his left. This place is not so empty as I thought. He angles a look up at Adair. Paying your respects, Eothasian? He manages a pained grin. A little risky, isn't it? Think what the townsfolk would say. Safer down here than up there. Even with the rats as big as they are, a faint edge of hostility belies Adair's playful tone. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times being as they are, he groans and shifts position, wincing. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of his types either. Wharton jerks his chain toward Adair. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. He regards you wearily. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? The man points a finger upwards. These ruins around us used to be a temple of Eothas, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Direwood, from Red Saras even. Not so much from Red Saras these days. Until the war, of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones, the ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the Eothasians. He had his people go in and put them to the sword, left them down there buried under a heap of rock. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Raedric hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven and the legacy will end, see? He smiles wryly. But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Wharton licks his lips. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that, chopped down in their god's house. It doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. Wharton breathes out. No small task. There's coin in it for you, if you need motivating. Aloth's cautious expression softens. A pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. I'll find them. They're long dead. I'll find them. Then by the flame. I owe you a good turn, but listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers. Switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out. And take care. Down there, I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. Cool. Alright, let's give it a quick save. And see if there's anything else.
Well met, friend.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to it, I guess.
Nice and quiet. I shall be discreet.
Ooh, Hydra. Yoink. Okay, Will-O-Wisp. The red circle. Looks like that wants to attack us.
How may I help?
Hey,
Oh, do you have a bow? Yeah, you do. You are going to be Warbow guy. 20 to 28 with a gun. What does this do? Ooh. Maybe we'll give him the gun. Two-handed. Very slow speed. How quick is the bow? Average. 15 to 24. Yeah, so I feel like the gun... what else does it do? Terrible. Property's terrible? What? What does that mean? The Disappointer was touted as a powerful, reliable weapon, but has consistently failed every one of its unfortunate owners. This is a terrible weapon that disappoints anyone who uses it. The gun appears well made at first glance, but closer scrutiny reveals poor design and shoddy craftsmanship. Those who aren't fooled by its appearance still occasionally attempt to use it just to see if maybe the whole thing was made to look this way as an elaborate ruse, hoping that it is an artifact of extreme power, crafted by a master who desired it to conceal its remarkable nature. It wasn't, and it isn't. Okay, so we'll let him stick with the Warbow then, and maybe we'll remember to sell that. Alright, well, let's engage. Head on, Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, you're just gonna loose an arrow. Move there. And loose an arrow. You get 2 of these per encounter. Let's see if you can daze both these guys. And Footman. Crucible, oh, I didn't read this yet. Crucible of the Soul, we gain that. The Watcher unravels the vital essence of his or her enemies, gaining endurance during the process. Huh. Cool. Alright, so let's run up. I feel like our axe isn't going to do a lot against a Will-O-Wisp, but I'm not sure. So let's just run ahead a bit.
Huh?
Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, so I can't attack that guy. So before he uses Arcane Assault, let's... let's see where these guys stop moving so we can get both of them.
Yes.
Okay. Now you can cast Arcane Assault over here. And... cool. So what happened here? Constant recovery. He's got that engaged.
I?
Oh. So... what's happening here? Oh, I'm confused. So my character's not attacking. Okay.
That's it!
Ouch. Okay, I'm not doing this very well. Let's do some more magic damage there. Try and finish off that
Hey.
arrow. My character, Footman. Let's give him a second wind. And tell him to attack there. Not sure why I'm taking so much damage. There we go. Okay. Footman, finish him off. Adair, attack him. Aloth. Oh, you're both confused. So that's really what the problem is here.
Hey.
We are weak-minded individuals. There we go.
Let's go.
Jeepers. Almost lost Aloth there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, one battle in and we're gonna have to rest already. Spiritual residue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so our endurance tops up. That's good, okay. Oh, and then Buddy disappears.
Steady does it.
Wonderful. So we'll head over here. This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon is faded. In this time of hardship, must have just as much faith in ourselves. So I feel like I don't really fully understand yet the endurance and the health system. So we're gonna have to play around with that a little bit more. Ivory Spiderling. Alright, well let's run out here. And then we're gonna get Footman to engage this guy with a knockdown. And Aloth. Straight up attack him. I'll have a dare attack him as well. Okay, Footman. Oh, you didn't one shot him, you just knocked him down, okay? That's good. Great. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so there's two more over here. So
Hey.
get ready to engage. Let's see if we can open
Yes?
up with a spell without them noticing.
I
us.
shall be discreet.
Okay. So Footman come over and engage with a knockdown. I dare take on that little guy. Let's see how this goes.
That's it!
Nice. Alright, so we didn't quite get away unscathed. See if we can get another Arcane Assault off here.
Let's have it out! Let's go!
Oh, I thought that spider was
Let's
dead.
go! Most!
There's a good knock.
Let's go!
Okay.
Let
Perfect. Alright, so no loot from those guys. A letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Heomar come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming, for I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Rectrix Obrica will not approve, but the letter trails off. Pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks. Whoever sat here left in a hurry. Ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents.
Keeping quiet.
Alright, so let's have a look around here. Hidden sconce. Here we go. Okay. Well, before we head over there, let's do a quick save. And we'll continue on. Collapsed stones are pocked with burrows and narrow crevices, claw marks and dung marks. Passages. Oh, you can hear that skull there. Okay, so before we engage there, let's just explore the parts back here that we haven't yet. Obi-Wan says, FYI, set a key to slow combat speed by half if you ever need. Set a key to slow combat speed by half. Yeah, I think S goes to slow mode. Is that what you're talking about? Or is that another key binding? Another Ivory Ivory Spiderling. I think we can just run it and beat this guy down.
Let's go!
Yeah. Yep, that's it. Sorry. No worries, man. I appreciate you giving me these tips. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Initiates note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Isitors to the ritual floor. Rectrix Obrica says, Demption for even these. Orgot and struck the largest spell first, rather than the second. The rest is illegible. Forgot and struck the largest spell first, rather than the second. So I think it's giving a hint to us to not strike the largest spell first. If there's like a puzzle coming up or something, so let's just keep that in mind. Camping supplies. Alright, so we have max camping supplies, so I think we're just going to take this opportunity to rest. And then we'll replenish, just to get everybody's health back up, so... yeah, I'll just use damage reduction. Rest up. Do you prefer Obi-Wan or Obi-Wan? Another Ivory Spiderling. Take them out. Okay, there's two and then a big one. So let's try one of these curse spells. Once they approach footmen, we'll get you on, little guy here. We'll finish off the first one. You on the first one, and then we'll get Aloth. Obi is fine. Obi-Wan, yeah. Yeah, man. Are you a prequel memes guy? Level 2. Let's try this. Okay, now we're going to try and darken their surroundings. Nice. Okay, I think that helped. Let's see if the spiders... I can't tell if they... Yeah, okay, blinded. Cool, so two of them are blinded, including the big one, which is super helpful. So let's take out the not blinded one first. And then we're going to follow up with this AoE here. Try and catch 3 in there. Nice. Unleashes a bolt of magical energy. Just wanted to see, yeah, targets, damages and dazes targets in its area. So I'm assuming there's some friendly fire as well. So we'll want to be careful of that. Okay, so you knock down him. And then, yeah, so that cone is huge. So. Let's use Minoleta's minor missiles on the big guy. Obi-Wan says, another FYI, the DLC are not needed to import save to PoE 2. Just need the main quest done. Okay, cool, thanks. I got the definitive edition for this game, so it included the White March DLC and the Deadfire pack. So, but yeah, thanks for telling me that. I wouldn't have known. Okay, so let's try this.
Lava.
So I knocked him down. He's near death.
Beyond seek.
Nice. Those magic missiles pulled him away. So let's do one more of these. Arcane assaults. Nice. So we'll get Footman to kill him. And let's try and pick this big guy off because he's pretty low. And you can just...
Hey.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go. Alright. Awesome.
Right.
So probably a bit more micromanaging than I need to do, but still learning the game here, so... Okay, let's continue down this... Oh, more spiralings. Cool. The red-brown smear flick away under the toe of your boot. Okay, this big altar up here. Spirit. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in the shades of orange, and at certain angles, the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment, you are somewhere else. Your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says. But the rectrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden, dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. Whoa. The face of this statue has had most of its features struck off, along with portions of its hands. Huh. Shh. See if there's anything I can discover here. Guess not. Okay. So, let's have a look at the map. And yeah, it looks like we need to head out into this room here.
Yeah.
Some bookshelves too. Yeah, they bait you with the bookshelves, and then... So these guys look... Skulder and Skulder Whelp. So this is a full-blown Skulder, so we need to be wary here. Start with that knockdown. And we're going to focus fire the big boy. And then we'll see... We're going to have Aloth flank out here. Is try and use one of these, maybe Fan of Flames. Obi-Wan says, what difficulty are you playing on? I'm just playing on normal difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played this game before, so I thought I'd give it a shot on normal. It's a little bit of a challenge, but... So, look at both of them in there. So it looked like he resisted the knockdown. Oh no, there he goes. Okay, and here comes our cone. So we'll have, what's his name? Adair kill the Skulder, and then we're gonna have Footman shift over to the Skulder Whelp to take him off of Aloth
Then Roth!
gets out of being stunned. There we go. And then Adair over on the boat. Oh, okay. So not as hard a battle as I thought it would be. Oh, there's another one.
Let's go.
Where did that guy come from? Okay. Jeepers. Came out of nowhere.
Huh?
Give me that ear. I want your ear. Monsters of the Dead Fire Archipelago. Let's have a read. Huh. Cool. Not gonna read that whole thing, but Dunred Row.
Right.
Another skull there, okay. Knock him down.
Yeah.
Two, okay. Let's use... let's have you run down to the wall here. And we'll have you use another Fan of
Aye.
Flames. Maybe just Fan of Flames right now. Hit him. No. That's not gonna work. He just dodged you. Overwhelms anyone in the area of effect with a brilliant bewildering pyrotechnic display. Freeze damage to a target. Yeah, let's try that spell. He's nice and close. Plus 52 endurance. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, he's
Let's-
wailing on Aloth.
Let's go.
We're good.
Yes?
Huh?
More ears.
Huh?
So endurance comes back at the end of every fight. So I'm assuming your character doesn't fully die until you lose both endurance and HP. So maybe you're just unconscious during the fight if your endurance drops to 0. But then if your HP drops to 0, your character is Gonzo. That's my guess. Ooh, a fine sword, one-handed. 16 to 23 slashing. That is very good. We'll take that. And someone's gonna use that. I would say we would use it if we didn't have that two-handed bonus. What is it called? Two-handed style. That gives us 15% extra damage. So let's go back to the inventory. And we could give it to Adair. Saber one-handed, 15 to 22. It's not that much better. Okay.
Yeah.
To His Grace I write to implore. The rest of this letter is crossed out in several places and then abandoned. These prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust.
Steady does it.
Yeah, so I can open this.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
The work of a moment.
Nice. Warhammer. One-handed, 14 to 20. Cool.
Huh?
Book of Verses. Psalms. The Great Western Stag. So Obi-Wan, are books always just for selling? Or should I be reading them? Quick save. Oh look, another skull there. Knock him down.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, he stunned me.
Let's go.
Give me your ear. Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green, black clumps across the table. Obi-Wan says, letters and notes are definitely always important or quest related. Books not so much, if not a special one a quest is mentioning. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. These collapsed stones are pocked with burrows and narrow crevices, claw marks, and dung marks.
Yeah.
Gross. Alright. So, yeah, this is the only way we have not explored yet.
Keeping quiet.
Oh! Ow! Okay, didn't see that trap.
Huh?
Oh, Amulet of Health. Max Endurance bonus. What does that mean? Plus 15 max endurance. Nice. Oh, so the cloak takes the next slot. I feel like the minor cloak of protection is a lot better. Obi-Wan says, so yeah, I can sell books. They're not unique. Cool. So we can give that to Aloth. These can go to storage. The amulet. Oh, my phone just died. 1 sec. I will be right back. Yep, great cloak, shit necklace. Okay, thanks Obi-Wan. I'm just gonna take a quick bio. I'll be right back. Who, what died? Hope not the cat. Oh no, sorry. It was just my phone. It's how I keep chat up while the stream is going. I don't have a second monitor, so I just keep my phone up. Yeah, I'll be right back. So you'll have to excuse me for a second while my phone boots up if you say something in chat and I don't see it right away. I'll bring that back up as soon as possible. So Aloth doesn't have anything on his next slot other than this worthless cape. So I might as well give it to him. Give him some extra endurance. Kubro! Welcome back.
Sure.
Oh, a skull there.
Huh?
Alright, let's sneak up. And... hit him with the missiles. And then we'll get Footman in the doorway here, kind of blocking him. And then Adair is going to lose some arrows from back here.
I'll see what
Oh, there's 4 of them. Shoot. Okay. Let's trigger... Watcher unravels the vital essence of his or her enemies, gaining endurance in the process. I think we're going to try and use that for this fight. And let's get you knocking down this guy. So that almost killed him. So I don't... Okay, I already knocked him down. So Footman... I want you to knock down this guy, and then we're gonna try and... Who is that? Kubro is followed. Hey, thanks Kubro. Welcome back, man. I was just saying my my phone just died, so that's how I keep chat up. So if I don't respond to you right away, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to cast darkness on these guys, try and get them less effective. There we go. I think I hit all of them there. That's awesome. Nice. Got the knockdown. He's blinded, so I'm going to try and get Adair to pick off this guy with low health. Nice. And then we're going to work on this guy on the ground. And Aloth, you're out of spells, but you can use this AoE here on these 3. That's it! Beautiful. And then one more right there. Try and snag both of those guys. Perfect. And we'll have Footman. You know what? I think Adair's fine to take that guy as Footman finishes him. And then we're gonna have Aloth.
I shall deal with this one.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Okay. Slowly dying of poison. Jeepers. Well, I think that went pretty well. I don't know what you guys think, but I think we did okay there.
Yeah.
Give me your ears.
Huh?
Alright, we'll save that. Get more ears. I think I'm going to want to rest soon. Here's the cutscene spirit. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges toward and into you, and suddenly you're elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar warp tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky and the last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. The lights fade, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. Lord Raedric has decided to rededicate Gilded Vale's abandoned Eothasian temple to a new deity. The entrance to the temple has been cleared, allowing entry for the first time in many years.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's save up here. We'll loot this real quick, and then I want to take a rest, so let's rest over here. Yeah, I'll take a damage reduction bonus. PoE 2 calling. Catch you later. Great stream. Hey, Obi-Wan. Thanks for stopping by, man. Really appreciate it. Have fun with PoE 2. I'll be looking forward to playing that myself once I'm done PoE 1 here. A powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain seeds fill the others.
Nice and slow.
So let's just have a quick scan of this room. Anything to see here? Doesn't look like it. So I was supposed to find some corpses. We haven't found those yet, so
Lay low.
let's have a look at this sconce here. Make sure it's not like a special trigger. One second here, guys. I'm just gonna have a quick look at make sure my phone's plugged in. Here we go, that did it. Just had to turn it off and turn it back on. Who knew? Kubro, you wouldn't believe it, but I got the very same blue Nalgene bottle bought in Yellowstone 2006. Right on.
Sure.
Yeah, this is my second one, and I only got this because I lost my other one. But they're awesome. Like, they just last forever. And I've had this one probably not as long as you. I've had it maybe 6 or 7 years. And I had the one before that probably for 10 years. So it's cool. They travel the world with you, eh? I find it so important to like just have it nearby because it reminds me just to keep drinking water. Literally, I'm from Slovakia. Yeah, right on. I'm just going to bring my stream back up on the phone so that I can chat with you guys while the stream's going. There we go. Do. Close that out. Phone. Sorry guys, just having a issue with my phone here. There we go. Stream chat. Okay, back to it. Slovakia, eh?
Yeah.
I think the weather in Slovakia is pretty similar to Canada, right? Like, is it it's just almost spring there now. Oh, here we go, the bells. So I remember from the note it said don't hit the big bell first. It's almost summer, like 25, 30 degrees during the day already. Oh, wow. So it's a lot hot. It's a lot warmer than Canada. It's still like maybe 19, 20 here on average, which I like. I like that kind of a little bit cooler. 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along this wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There is one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Let's examine the bells. The bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of a thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. Trooper says, I like that too. One day I hope to be living behind polar circle with fiber optics. Polar circle with fiber optics. What is that? Sounds expensive. Ring the left smaller bell, middle large bell, right smaller bell. Let's ring the left smaller bell. The bell tolls a high, piercing note of startling power. The tone echoes merrily through the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring through the temple. Ring the right smaller bell. The bell sounds a strange, warbling peal that grows to a painful shrillness before it diminishes to a mournful chime. Silence the bell. Okay, let's try the right. Silence it. I mean, like living far, far, far in the north and having highest grade internet access. Oh yeah, like actually in the polar circle with fiber optics. That would be the Jurian Pog champ. Right on. Yeah, I don't know if I like it that cold, but I definitely like it a little bit cooler. So I'm just gonna open my Twitch app here. All right, so let's try and ring the there we go. That's what I wanted. So it said I made the mistake of ringing the large bell first, so I'm nervous to ring it, but looks like that's what we're gonna have to do. So there's a note about this riddle inventory somewhere, like what order to sound them. Nah. Yeah, I read that earlier. It just said I made the mistake of ringing the large bell first, so yeah, let's have a look at our inventory then. Good call. No, it's not that. Initiate's note. Visitors to the ritual floor, Rectix overgood redemption of those forgot. Forgot and struck the largest bell first rather than second. Okay, so it has to be the large bell second. So let's try left. Smaller bell. And then ring the middle larger bell. And then the right smaller bell. Okay, so that didn't work. So we'll go right. Let's string the left one again. A strange hush falls upon the room, muting the sound of the bells and the eternal drip of damp stone alike. And then a sudden dissonant toll sounds from the bells, so loud and piercing that you're compelled to cover your ears. And then, at last, silence once more. Oh. Okay, I didn't do that right. So... right. Bring the middle one. Ring the middle one again. Ring the middle bell a fourth time. A strange hush. Cover your ears. Silence. Okay, let's see if I can glean any more info from this note. I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like that's all we know. Largest bell second. So, let's try this again. Let's go left, middle, left, smaller bell. A strange hush falls upon the room. Cover your ears. Okay. Left, middle, left, right. Let's try that. Nope. Left, middle, right, left. Nope. Left, middle, right, right. Left, middle, left, left. No. Alright. Try right twice, large one, and then left. Okay. Right. Right. Middle. Then left. No, it didn't work. Right, twice, large one. Oh, try right, then twice, large one, then left. Okay. I think I read that wrong. So we'll try right, and then middle, twice, and then left. Strange hush. No, didn't work. So let's try right, middle, left, middle. Okay. Right, middle, left, right. Yep, but not sure. Thought still. Dang it. Yeah, I know. Oh, there we go. There's a quiet melodic chime from all three bells. I think I went right, middle, left, right. Before their discordant voices meet in a powerful rising hush or rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all of their thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a crack from the direction of the doors as the passage to the lower level swings open. Lower level? Wow. Getting into the thick of it now. We did it. Heading down. So right, middle, left, and then right bell it was. Yeah. You got it.
Now it's strange looking back. Keeping an eye. Time I spent here growing up.
Yeah.
Never seeing what was coming.
What was coming? What are you talking about?
Right.
here. Just trying to get my phone to stand up. That's fine. Okay.
Huh?
Let's go. Oh, turns the corner and runs into a shadow. Immune to disease, ground, hobbled, poison, sickened, and stuck. Not immune to knockdown. So you're gonna run over there, and you're gonna run over there. You can lose some arrows. You're gonna hit him with that magic. Damage reduction 8. Injured. So I feel like we're doing damage right. Oh, he teleported. Oh, okay. Let's get Aloth. Attack him with the wand.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a big hit. Nice. Okay, so physical attacks aren't doing a whole lot against the shadows. Bestiary progress shadow 12%. Oh, interesting. Just want to read the combat log here to see. Yeah, we're grazing him for a lot of damage, which is not good. Yeah. So he's hard to hit with physical attacks, I think. That's neat that it's like the bestiary improves over time as you fight things. I think that's really cool.
Keeping an eye out.
They don't just give it to you right away. Okay. There's a door there. Let's open the door. And we'll send Footman in first. Okay, 2 shadows, I think. So let's try and use this doorway to our advantage. I'm gonna put Footman in the door, and Aloth.
How may I help?
behind him, and we'll see if we can like funnel them in a little bit.
Hi.
Oh, I didn't realize that was instacast.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So he's blocked at the door. So use the door to our advantage here. Knock down the second guy. Same thing. So I feel like, is that saying that there's friendly fire?
How may I help?
Can't tell. Or that just that he's already engaged with him. Yeah, I think that's the case. Those are some pretty advanced tactics, woohoo, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Super advanced. Trap triggered. Oh. Whoa. Ouch. He just blew most of us up. Okay.
We gotta take better care of Aloth.
Youch. Oh. Okay, cool. So it knocked out most of his endurance. Did you like those advanced tactics, Kubro? Green means you engaged him, and red means he engaged you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just I triggered those traps for some advanced tactics right there. That was really good. Really smart. So we're gonna camp. Take a rest. Yep, I'm loving it. All right. Ooh, a ring of deflection. Awesome. +5 to deflection. So we're going to give that to our main. Scroll of Tanglefoot we'll give to Aloth. Actually, can you stack those? Nice. Okay.
I'll get it open.
Open her up.
Finished.
Nice. Two-hander. 20 to 28. That's an improvement. Speed is slow. Also has a strong interrupt. So yeah, we're gonna equip our main with that. Two-hander. Boom. Put that ring on. Alright, get some gear. Quick save. Kubo says, just pick this game up for €5. Bargain, yeah. I paid $36 Canadian. Now that included, I got the definitive edition, so all of the expansion packs and everything. But I think the Deadfire pack is free anyway, so you might be able to pick that up for free. Really liked Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Planescape Torment, and these games back in the day. Yeah, I played Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale. I never played Planescape Torment, but I did watch Co-Carnage. He did a playthrough. I watched a good amount of that playthrough, and I can see why people like it. It is kind of like one of the first games of this kind that was really good. Ugh, another shadow. Alright, time for some more advanced tactics here. Let's draw him into this room. Get everybody attacking him. Try out our new sword. Open up with a knockdown. Nice. Huge. Nah, that was a lot easier. I'm gonna save scum that because that went really well. Alright, so we'll walk into the next room here and see what's going on.
I'll see what I can find.
What was it? The shadow. Let's go this way first. How far does the map go down? Okay, open that up. Oh, traps and shadows. Okay, so we gotta be strategic about this room. Let's save it right here. And I don't think we need to interact with that trap right away. So maybe we can pull one of these guys with an arrow. Dalai Lama, I am BBBB, still killing it, dude. Love it. Yeah. Thanks, man. Welcome back. Yeah, so let's... I feel like I'm just going to pull all of them. So why don't we hit him with something nasty to open up? Hey.
Yes?
See if we can hit him from here with a... You know, I'm going to try and do like a big fan of flames. We'll pull him in with an arrow. And then we're going to fan of flames them once they get up to the door. And we're just going to have Adair run. Dalai Lama says, I see you met my fun friend Dom. Yeah. Yeah, Dom's getting all silly up in here. Alright, so let's try and hit him with a big juicy arrow right now.
You're not getting
See how this goes.
Through me.
And I want to slow the speed down too. He's a silly Billy for sure. Yeah, okay, slow it down. So we're gonna have him run back now. We're gonna have these guys run back a bit. Oh, okay, he can teleport. Makes sense. And we're gonna open up with a big fan of flames. So you chill there. You keep running. And you, Footman, engage with the big boy knockdown. Let's see how this goes. Alright. Get you. Let's move you over here a bit. And then get rid of that fan of flames. flames. Okay, I don't want to hit my buddies. Let's see how this plans out. Alright, you know what? Footman's gonna take some flame damage here because this is too juicy of an opportunity, so clench your butt. And then you keep those knockdowns coming.
Arthek, Worth, and Wrath!
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, then Aloth, hit him again, my man. Oh, we killed 2. Beautiful. So magic damage is the way here. Yep, and we're just gonna do another Fan of Flames. Finish him off.
Arthek, Worth, and Wrath!
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Awesome. That was good. That was good. So, our endurance refills. We didn't lose too much HP there, which is good. Got lots of spirits. Deli says, I'm clenched. Yeah, got him. Yeah, man. Oh, that's fast. Just turn fast mode off. Okay, so there's a trap in here. I'm gonna safe scum that. Let's try and disarm this trap. I feel like Footman's our best with mechanics, even though he's only got a 1. Yeah, so Aloth's the same, and then Adair is 0. So
Yeah.
let's try and get her done.
Finished.
Nice. That worked out. Brigandine. We'll compare that. What are we wearing? Oh, I get to keep the trap when I disarm it? That's awesome. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so that's better than my current equipped armor, so let's put that bad boy on. Nice. Alright. So I want to investigate this. This looks like something bad.
Steady does
Out
it.
of it, so. Ah! Yeah. So nobody's passive perception is high enough to notice that trap.
Yes?
Now, if I go at it again,
Sure.
Hey,
does it trigger again? No. Okay. Cloak of Eothasian Priest. Nice. +9 will. The will defense opposes attacks that are mentally based. Example, a spell that mentally paralyzes the target. Nice. Alright, so let's give that to... because we already have a cloak on Footman. So let's give that will cloak to Aloth. Feel like... oh no, he's already got the pendant on. So you know what? We'll give it to Adair. No, we're gonna give the Amulet of Health to Adair. We're gonna give the Cloak of the Eothasian Priest to Aloth. There we go. What? Random? Dude just shows up out of nowhere. Phantom. Okay. Start with a knockdown. Yeah, you try and paralyze him. Oh no, I don't want you to do that because that's gonna hurt us with sickness. Sickening those nearby. Okay, I don't want you to do that. Try the chilly touch. Yeah. Hit him with that chilly touch. Oh, he hits like a truck.
We gotta take better care of Aloth.
Yeah, we do. Okay, I'm just eating it here.
hey.
Oh boy. Come on, boy. Second wind. Knock him down. Come on, man. He keeps getting interrupted, I think. I think that's the problem. Or is he glitched on the door? Oh, he's stunned. That's why. Okay. I'm just stunned. Oh, my goodness. Jeepers.
Yeah.
Man, that guy just came out of nowhere. Probably because we looted his tomb. Fair. No loot from that bad boy? Alright, we need to rest again. Hours have passed in this creepy old tomb. So that guy hit like a truck. Shh. I've used 3 of my camping supplies already. So let's knock him down. Hit him with that. Hit him with that arcane blast. Arcane assault.
Hey.
Wait, what did I do? Knock him down. Let's have you switch to sword and shield. Now that he's up in your face, and you use knockdown. Arcane assault on him. Yeah, it's gonna be useful switching between weapons. I haven't tried that yet.
Huh?
For different circumstances. Okay, so he misses knockdown. We're focusing this guy right now. I feel like this is not expending any more spell slots for. Get those extra spells.
How may I help?
Nice, got him.
I shall deal with this.
Cool.
Huh?
Not bad.
Sure.
Alright, so this is just another door to a room we've already been in, I think. Shh. Or no, we haven't been in here. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. So this is just another way to get over here. Alright, this looks like it leads somewhere dangerous. So we'll head over here. Check out these smaller looking doors. I feel like I trigger a fight every time I walk into a room.
Hey.
Let's get his bow out.
Hmm.
And we'll send Footman in first.
Laying low.
Might as well sneak it in. Yep, shadows. Okay.
How may I help?
So let's try and get a little extra damage. Oh, doorbell. Be right back, guys. 1 sec. Alright, sorry guys. I just had somebody come to the door about a fence that we had fall over, and as a neighbor, and just he just wanted to know what we wanted to do about it. So we had a big windstorm here in Ontario a few weeks back, so thanks for sticking around if you stuck around. And yeah, let's get back to it. We've got the big shadow battle going on here. So I'm gonna try and hit these guys with an arcane assault to open her up. A stealth arcane assault. Hopefully they don't see me. So let's just have him at the ready. Kind of over here. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Did I just get the one? Let's get these guys back. No, okay, I got them all. Alright, so let's open up with some wand attacks. And we're just going to kite them over here.
Hey.
To start. And then we'll open up with a fan of flames once those other guys get here. Yep. Let's go. And we want to make sure we're knocking them down too.
Hey.
Boom. Whoa, roasted. Dude, if you brought me pie, I'd be so happy right now. Such a sweet tooth.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there were 3. We must have roasted 2 in that fire. Yeah. Oh, killer. Save it. No loots though. Alright, so let's have a look at what's going on here. I feel like I don't want to be standing on this while I turn this giant wheel just yet, until I know what it does.
Yeah.
Let's have a little investigate. Is this a trap? Right up to it? I can't tell. A little grinding noise when you feet into a rush of water. Okay. Not sure what that activated, but seems necessary. Man, this is no small dungeon. Oh, okay, so it looks like there's a fountain or something down here. So let's go investigate that. Lesser black ooze. These guys aren't any big deal. Let's hit him with that magic. That's immune. What? How dare you?
Okay.
Let's have it out! Aren't strong enough to warrant using any spell slots on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Cool. Give me your plasma.
Huh?
Okay. Let's walk up to that and see if it's trapped. Nope. There's a gleaming silver key, though. I will take that. So we filled this room with water. What did that do? Like, I don't get why that was necessary.
Yeah.
Nice and quiet.
Okay. Well, we got the key. So we can go this way or this way. Let's go. We'll explore that northern room first. Let's go this way first. Shadow. Alright. You're gonna run in headlong. You're gonna get around this corner. You're gonna get around this corner. Oh, Phantom. Okay. We're gonna make sure he gets crowd controlled first. And then we're gonna bring out some magic damage on him right away. Then we're gonna tank with Dare on these other guys right now. Okay. Keep putting those knockdowns on them. You as well. And then let's give him an arcane blast. Oh, okay, we've got Shadow Spirit on this guy too. On Aloth. Let's use the Sunless Grasp on him and see if we can't freeze him.
Hey.
Aloth's taking some serious damage here. Alright, we're gonna hit him with some missiles. Did we? Yeah, I think we killed the Phantom. That's good. So I'm gonna have a Dare try and peel this guy off of Aloth. And then Footman can keep attacking this guy with a knockdown. There we go. Got that knockdown. Now we'll head over again. All three. And then I'm going to try and get Aloth to disengage while he's knocked down.
Hey.
Yeah, perfect.
Indeed.
Okay. So that's a good strategy we should consider, is knock down, then disengage, so we don't take those opportunity strikes. Okay.
Sure.
Your essence.
Hmm.
Alright.
Nice and
Look
quiet.
around the room. Check for traps. It is not within our natures to forgive. Those who seek redemption seek a long and winding path. A road which takes us down into the very hollows of our soul and asks us to reflect upon the fractured aspects of ourselves.
Sure.
Sure. You can tell the character's really deep. Sure. This looks like the stone is protruding out of the wall here. But, oh, there's another one over here, so maybe that's just a normal occurrence. Okay. Another room. Alright, so we haven't been in here yet. Oh, we have the Gleaming Silver Key, though. So we got that from the cloak down there. So let's open this room up. Let's see what's in store.
Hey.
Put the bow back on.
Huh?
Dare.
Nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet. Okay, we've got another shadow. Alright, let's
Hey.
see if we can get a
Yes?
arcane missile and that off. Okay, let's try that. Knock him down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice. Okay.
Right.
Good work, good work. Keep an eye out for some traps. Alright, so this feels like progress. I'm just gonna check on my dog real quick. One sec. She's good. Okay, so before we go there, I'm gonna explore this other room. It looks just kind of less important. So let's open this one first. Yeah, more shadows. All right, so we're gonna funnel them through again.
How may I help?
I don't want you to face away though. So we're gonna have them go one by one into the doorway. Then we're gonna hit them with these arcane assaults and arrows. Footmen, get that knockdown. Get the arrows on them. Aloth, we're gonna get some of that AoE blind. That'll be good against 5 shadows. Wow. And then we'll follow up with an arcane assault after that. Blinded. And then hit him with that magic. Make sure footmen keep it.
How may I help?
Nice. Alright, cool. We're hitting them with that big boy damage. Yeah, I'll just keep focusing these guys in the doorway. Feel like I'm cheating a little bit here. Just keeping them one funneled into that doorway, but gotta use the terrain to your advantage, right? Get through some of these tough spots.
Aye?
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice. Okay, MLG
Hey.
strats.
Keeping quiet.
Let's walk up first and check for traps. Okay. An agate. Crumpled note. This letter is fairly intact, though the parchment itself has been crumpled. Jester, I know that the temple baths boast great healing properties and that your back ails you still. Still, I would ask that, if you are able to indulge for the greater part of the day, you give over your key to the sanctum to someone for safekeeping. This is not the first time we have been forced to wait to perform the day's rites, and Rectix Obrica is often too far below to hear our knocking. Okay, I think that's about the key that we got
Yeah.
already. Check for traps, check for traps.
Yeah.
Eothasian prayer. TLDR, just grab the book.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, scroll of restore minor endurance. We'll give that to get funneled, stupid shadows. Yeah, seriously. Scroll of restore minor endurance. We'll give that to Aloth. Lockpicks we'll give to Footman, and then grab the rest. Okay. So now I think we can continue down to that chamber that was described in the note. I think we did that in the right order, so that's good. Let's save it up here. sneakily head down. So we've got some ooze. Got some Uzis.
Hey,
Hey. Have you
These
guys
ones are in for a walloping!
take a shot at those guys. I think they're slow, so I'm gonna
These
shoot
ones are in for a walloping!
Oh, they can shoot far away. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yes?
Oh, that's a lot of guys. Alright, we're gonna switch you over to tank mode. Attack the oozes over there. We'll peel you back a little bit, Aloth,
hey.
so that you can stay safe.
Now let's go.
Oh boy, I don't want to lose Aloth.
Let's go.
He's down. Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, nice. I've got those oozes funneled over there.
Let's go.
They're stuck behind their buddies. That's good. Taking physical damage. Can we knock down enemies? No.
Let's go.
Okay, we're funneled now.
Let's go.
Nice. Aloth, you cool, bro? Nice.
Huh?
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think we need to rest up again.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Grab those Uzis. And I'm guessing this is... We're gotta be hitting near the end of this dungeon, so... let's use our last campfire. Rest to get our health and endurance back, and then we'll push forward. Okay. Shh. The still dark waters are reflective as black glass. So we've got a lever on the wall there. Let's check up these steps. See what's going on. More shadows, I'm assuming. Okay, so we've got some Skulders. Looks like there's an altar up there. Ooh, the Skulder King. Okay, so we've been seen. So, we're gonna engage Skulder King with our tank. We'll get the Whelp with Footman, and then probably use some of these Fan of Flames to hit these guys. Let's see where we can settle. I'm gonna run him over there, and then we'll try and miss our team with Fan of Flames. Yeah, like that. We'll get some knockdowns off. One on the Skulder King, and then one on Skulder. Ooh, that must have been a crit. That was a big hit on Tank Boy. He's stunned. You know what? Let's use a blind spell, because I don't want to lose another party member here. Knock him down. Both knock down the king.
Hey.
Aztec Worth and Wrath!
Okay, they're blinded. That's good. Is knockdown working? What does it say here? Footman engages Skulder King in melee. Footman hits Skulder King for 4 slashing damage. No. Blinded. Badly injured. Well, let's keep knocking him down because he hits like a truck. We're going to get Aloth to finish that guy off.
These ones are in for a walloping!
Let's go.
go. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
The king of the skull.
Yeah.
Slain.
Steady does it.
Alright. so let's check out what's going on here. Ooh, the Pilgrim's Lasting Vigil. Properties of Resolve +1, of Perception +1. Nice. Alright, so I think we're going to put that on our main. That takes the head slot, which we have nothing. Oh, it looks stupid, but... Cool.
Huh?
So we've gone up a couple levels here. Is this like the way out? Oh, it is too. Okay, I feel like we haven't completed our quest yet though. Which was to find the bodies in the lower temple of the priests. So this is where the priests hang out down here.
Keeping quiet.
So there is a lever. Just pull it. Screech of metal. Something noise.
Remind me never to help kill my
Yeah.
god again.
There are faint scratches upon the brickwork by the door hinges. The stand rocks unsteadily on its base. It seems that the mechanism is broken. Alright, so this looks like it's dangerous. What does it say? Some of the gold leaf on these relics has chipped away to reveal the wood beneath. There are 2 marks upon one of the bowls. Alright, let us enter.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get Footman to talk. Lost spirit. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure. Features a blur of mist or smoke before the world tilts. It is as if you have stepped sideways and into a new life. You are racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic in your robes alike foul your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older priests as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment, your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Wertan has joined you here at the bottom of the temple. In the memory, he glances at you for a moment, and then looks past at someone else. I'll come back once they're gone, he's saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances. Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There is only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded, until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know now, too, with a sick certainty, that nobody is coming. There is a crackling noise, somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle, and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear, in the faint murmuring to your right, the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You are too tired to do harm. Thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leaches strength from you. There is a light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts of the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. I'm sorry. I hope you find some peace in the next life. The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird. Gather the remains. That's what we were sent down here to do. You spend a few moments gathering up what you can find of the bones of the priests. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden, but you manage to recover them all. Jeepers. Alright, I think that ends that chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Loot the room. Address.
I've got it. I'll get it open.
Yeah, I want you to.
I've got it.
You have lockpicks, my man.
How may I help?
Oh, lockpick 3, mechanics 1.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's
I've got it.
use your mechanics.
Aye? I'll have it in no time.
No? I feel like we should be able to.
Huh? I'll get it open.
Do I just have to get closer to it?
I've got it.
Lockpicks failed. Lock difficulty 2. Footman mechanics 1. Required lockpicks 3. Oh. So only have 2 lockpicks. Do we have more in the stash? Maybe? No. Dang. I thought maybe it was one or the other, but maybe it requires mechanics 1 and a lockpick of 3. So, we just can't get it. Okay, let's go turn this quest in. And maybe we'll come back. So, did he tell us to meet him back at the entrance? Lord Richard decided to rededicate this. Return to Wurton. A spirit appeared to me within the vault and showed me a vision of what happened in the temple many years ago, and what part Wurton played in it. Confronting him may provide me with some measure of the whole truth. Well, let's go back to where he was. I think he said he was going to be there patching himself up, so let's go fast mode. I'll run it back.
Huh?
We're so fast. Maybe we'll have to fight Wurton. Got some splaining to do. Yeah, so it's all the way back over here. Fast mode is nice. So you don't have to.
Greetings.
Wurton, how you doing? Wurton smiles nervously as you approach. I think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arms hurting a little less. He hesitates. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? His eyes dart constantly about the ruins. You lied to me. What? Wurton grins uncertainly. I was clear about everything. The risk involved. Is that what you mean? I did say there'd be spiders, and I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. You and I both know what I saw down there and what they told me. I will crack your head in two if you lie to me. Let's use our resolve. Wurton opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, is small. How could you betray them? They trusted you. Ortan makes a strange, wounded noise. Betrayed? I was never one of them. Mad followers of the Shattered God. If I could have chased them all out of town. If I... You don't understand. I tried to help them. I did. Every day, every single day. I went to that temple and I warned them. I told them that they were playing with fire, and Raedric wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off like I didn't know what I was talking about. Like it wasn't costing me. Coming in to try and help them. I could have been arrested right alongside them. What happened? Raedric sent word he was going to have them arrested, drag them out, lock them up. They wouldn't listen. The Rectrix said they'd be reborn if anything should happen, and she wasn't afraid. I convinced them to hide at least. They have that vault full of old relics, gold and such, I thought. I thought they could hide in there, and once the guards left, they'd have something to sell for passage out of the Direwood back to Adyr. But when I told the men that the priests had already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. I couldn't get in again. Ortan shakes his head. There's nothing I could do. Adyr's eyes are wide, disbelieving. Nothing you could do but tell someone. Get the town together, organize a rescue. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I'd known. They were some of the last decent folk left in this hole. Now all we got left is people like you. You could have spoken up, told Raedric the truth. You could have spoken up. Ortan nods slowly. I could have. It would have ruined me, maybe killed me. But I could have saved them. He looks up at you, eyes wet. I didn't. I told you the way of it, Morton says, his voice rough. I told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now to make a decision. It's not too late to make amends. Ortan lets out a breath he was holding. I'm not sure that's true. It's been years now. What am I supposed to do? Bury their bones. Try to lead a better life than you have so far. Ortan looks at the remains. He runs a hand through his hair, letting out another ragged breath. I can do that. I can. I'll lay them to rest. Try and do right by them somehow. Thank you, truly, for what you've done. Giving me a second chance. I'll put it to good use. I also want that gold. I guess we're not going to get it. Okay, before we go back up to town, I do just want to explore the exit after the Skulder King that was at the top of the like the end of the tunnel. So let's go check that out. Just make sure there isn't like another room, or maybe like brings us to like the bottom of a house or something over here, like a secret closet room full of loot. That would be nice. Alright, let's see where this goes. Oh, okay, so it is more dungeon. Oh no. It's just led us to another area in the dungeon we've already been in. Interesting. As you step over the circle of candles, you hear a rattling clunk from the wall nearby. A door slides open with a grinding rasp of stone. Oh boy.
I shall be discreet.
Oh, so that just leads us out. Okay. Oh. easier to take this route out, but it's okay. The candles flicker gently as you approach. There is a gap in the altar lined with broken glass, where a mirror may once have been set into the wall.
The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
What's all this for?
Redemption. They got this whole rite for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. They take you to that reflecting pool back there, and you're allowed to look at it so you can face your sins. Then, you come out into this room, and you uncover your eyes again, and everyone's there to greet you, all your friends and family. It's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life.
Adair's eyes linger on the candles as he seems for a moment to be a younger man.
The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
I'm not going to snuff a candle. I don't think Adair would like that. Although, we can save scum it. Oh. It's not letting me.
Nice and slow.
Yeah, no need. Okay.
It's nice to see those candles still burning.
Well,
I
let's
figured
head
they'd
out.
have gone out by now.
Head back up to the town. It's our first dungeon crawl. That's pretty exciting. And I think we're gonna leave it right there for today. And yeah, we're gonna end the stream. So I appreciate everybody that stopped by today. Checked out day 2 of Pillars of Eternity. I hope you had a lot of fun. Thanks for those of you that came back and that followed. And yeah, just really appreciate you stopping by and chatting. So yeah, I'm just gonna roll these credits and that'll be that. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.